You're listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW, where we help you deliver that total knockout with your public relations, your marketing, social media, and so much more. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and this segment we're talking about the voice of your business, which is a fascinating subject, and I think something that a lot of small and medium-sized businesses don't really consider when they're talking about branding and marketing their company. Our guest is Bernie Wagenblast of Bernie Wagenblast Communications. And Bernie, before the break, we were talking about using things like QR codes and having those linked to a website where somebody could tell a little bit about their business in an audio file as opposed to being sent to a static website. What kind of technical expertise does someone need to have to set up a voice file on their computer?
Very little technical expertise. You probably, the one thing you would want to get is a microphone that connects into the computer so it can record directly into the audio programs your computer already probably has that maybe you've never taken advantage of. That's something that's available. And there are plenty of websites that are out there that are free that you can also use to record audio. Some of them include SoundCloud.com. There's another one called AudioBoo. There's another one, Shout-O-Matic. These are all free websites that you can take advantage of, that you can record directly onto the computer. You can edit the voice file once you've recorded it, and you can then create it and use it in a myriad of ways, such as downloading the file or simply creating a link to that sound file.
And there's another website that I love that you can also use for exactly the same purpose. And that's where I host all of my archives for Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy. And it's a website called Spreaker.com, Spreaker.com, and that's Spreaker. And it allows you to do the same thing. You can record directly into the computer. You can upload the file. You can download the file. You can store it right there and put a description to it so people can link right there and listen to it. It's really a great system. And again, these are often free services online that you don't have to pay for. So it's very cost effective. And Bernie, in terms of that microphone that you would suggest that people get to plug into their computer to record some of these things professionally, do they have to spend a lot of money on a professional mic, or can they go with something sort of lower end?
You can go, I would say you can, at the low end, get something for $25 or so that will sound very good. I have a microphone that I use for some of the recordings that I've done that you had mentioned on the subways, for instance, that is only about $100. So it doesn't have to be terribly expensive to get a microphone. And what you're looking for is what's called a USB microphone. It plugs right into the computer. Everything is recorded digitally, and you can do a lot of stuff with it.
And if you're not sure where to get one of those, it's very easy. Just do a Google search for USB microphone, and believe me, you'll come up with tons and tons of resources and choices there. So, Bernie, we only have a minute or so left, but I do want to ask you about how voice can be incorporated into somebody's social media efforts.
Well, again, when you think of places like Facebook or Twitter, it's usually somebody writing out some text. Well, you can also just put a link. You can put some text and say, hey, here are our specials this week, and when someone clicks on it, it will go to a voice that will maybe tell them a little bit more about the specials that you're having or some other offer that you have. It's a way to incorporate voice into things like Twitter and Facebook that everyone else is just writing, but now you can be a voice out there on those sites.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Our guest has been Bernie Wagenblast with Bernie Wagenblast Communications. You can find him at bwcommunications.net. That's bwcommunications.net. And coming up next week on Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy, we're going to be talking about how to build your brand in Online Marketing 101. That's next Saturday, 9 to 10 a.m. here on 1220 a.m. KDOW. Thanks to my guest producer, Kate Barton, and my studio engineer, Mark Morris. You've been listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on 1220 AM KDOW. I'm your host, Erica Taylor Montgomery, and I'll see you next week.
You've been listening to Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy. For information on today's program, visit 3girlsmedia.com. Again, that's 3girlsmedia.com. Join us again next time for another edition of Punch, Media and Marketing Made Easy on the Bay Area's business leader, AM 1220 KDOW.